Hey guys, welcome to Girls Gone Viral Podcast, your weekly dose of all things pop culture, current events, and real talk. I'm Bree.
And I'm Mama Yana. Welcome.
Welcome. So we're just going to get right into it. TD Jakes, all y'all favorite pastor. He acting crazy, y'all. First of all, pastor's been on 10 this week. First, there was that robbery in the church. Did you see that?
They said it was, what, $1 million of jewelry?
$400K.
And then I'm hearing $1 million. I don't know which one.
Oh, so maybe it was 400. What I heard was 400K off of the pastor. I thought that it was 400K, but if you're hearing $1 million, it's very possible that it's from. Yeah, so let's just say it is 400K. Why is the pastor wearing $400,000 worth of jewelry? That's a lot of jewelry.
Would I be wrong to say that? No, that's wrong to say. That's wrong to say.
Listen, $400,000 of jewelry is a lot because
I'm not gonna say you deserve to be robbed, but it's kind of like, what were you thinking? First of all, like as a leader in your congregation, wear $400,000 worth of jewelry.
The thing is, like, you have to really realize how much jewelry $400,000 worth of jewelry is. Like I worked in Cartier, which is like a top tier jewelry store. Mm-hmm. A gold bracelet is like, and this is very expensive for a gold bracelet because you're paying for the gold and then you're paying for the brand. A gold bracelet is like between $6,000 and $8,000, a classic gold bracelet. So imagine he was wearing $400,000. I mean, he must have been wearing diamonds, gold, jewels like rubies and sapphires and emeralds. Like, I don't know what he was, but what could you have been wearing for 400K?
Yeah, it's too much.
Like 60K is a lot on a chain, but 400, like how much jewelry were you wearing?
You're wearing it to church, like,
bro.
Why? Like, why? So that's why I say, like, it's almost like I'm not saying that you deserve it, but at the same time, it's like, why? Like, why? Like, what was your purpose? Like, I don't get that. But anyways, back
maybe his watch, even a really nice watch. Let's say a really nice watch. Let's make it 60K. That's 60K for the watch. 60K. You're only at 120, and you're like, that is so much jewelry. Like, yeah. And that is like saying 60K is crazy. That's like a way high number. So it's like he must have been wearing so much jewelry. Like you have to realize how much jewelry he must have had on his body, or how much expensive jewelry he must have had. That's crazy.
Yeah, I heard he's like a pastor that drives around like Rolls Royces and stuff like that. So it's like when you do that, like you're seeking attention. Like, it's, yes, you want to look however, mm-hmm. Whatever you like, luxury or whatever, but you're seeking attention
for sure, for selfly attention.
Yeah, and he described what these guys look like. These were like young black guys, and they probably see you on the internet all the time with this stuff, and they're like, I'm gonna go rob this
or riding down the block, like,
exactly. So you just making it too easy for these people, and then you don't even have security at your church. Like,
but who would think that you're gonna get robbed in a church?
Oh, like, it's a lot of people get, like, a lot of stuff happens at church, girl. I've been in churches where like whole like bounty men have come in to arrest people. I have seen all kind of stuff happen at churches. I have seen pastors, like people that want to attack pastors. And different things like that, because these people live certain lifestyles and people get jealous of them, and envious, and they want things. So yeah, this happens a lot, like especially in this day with the new age pastors where they're like so flamboyant mm-hmm. with their stuff. Like, yeah, like these big pastors and stuff, they definitely have security for sure.
They need it.
Yeah, they need it. But
so speaking of pastors,
Bishop.
Yeah. Bishop TD. And we're not talking about the bank.
TD Jakes. Sounds like a bank name.
It does sound like a bank. TD Bank, Chase, Jake Chase. No. Anyway.
I like TDJ. I normally like TD Jakes.
I really think that his messages are always clear and consistent. Like, he always has the you know, he has that granddaddy bishop voice. He has that big black man standing on a stage with a suit presence. You know, and when he says something, you want to listen.
Yeah. I read one of his books one time, but I don't really remember.
But you feel like his message was...
Yeah, because I was like very into the church at that time, and like, you know, it was a very inspirational book for young women who are seeking God and seeking a man of God, and so it helped you understand, like, you know, the man a little bit better. And yeah, so I was very shocked to hear his statement coming across the pulpit, because I thought that's what books were for.
So let's hear it.
Here we go. This is Bishop T.D. Jakes, and it went viral.
The culture we're living in now, because we are raising up women to be men. And you are not applauded for your femininity. You are applauded in the contemporary society by how tough, rough, nasty, mean, aggressive, hateful, possessive you are, and you are climbing the corporate ladder, but we are losing our families. I know you can buy your own car. I know you can buy your own house. But until you create a need that I can pour into, I have no place in your life. So stop coming home bragging to me about how much you don't need me and wonder why I shy away.
So who wants to start? You go first.
We gotta break this down.
So like, can you pause it?
Yeah, we gotta.
All right, so let's go sentence by sentence. I have something to say.
I definitely have something to say.
This breaks all sociological orders of the culture we're living in now, because we are raising up women to be men.
This goes against all the sociological. What was the word he used? Sociological. Whatever that we know, because we're raising our women to be men. We are raising our women to be men. What does that mean to you?
The question is who? Who is we? Who is we?
You must speak French. You must be playing Nintendo, because it ain't no we. Like, this is not French class.
Yeah, because see, it gets very touchy when you start making comments like that, because you really have to ask the question, who is we that are raising these women up to be men, right? So then you have to start thinking about the household, and who's in the household, and who is not in the household, right? And so you start to have these type of conversations, like, so who are we? Okay, so if, let's just say in the average black household, the father may not be in the household. Maybe the father is there, but he's just not in the household. He's on the outside of the household. And then you have the segment of people who are raised without no father at all, you know, for whatever reasons, right? The crack epidemic, maybe they're in prison, or whatever the case. So when you say we, now you're talking about basically, for the most part, women, right, who are raising women to be men.
I didn't even think that deep into it about fatherless homes. I mean, when he said we're raising our women to be men, I think that he's talking about just the overall importance of education and independence that has been stressed to women.
But who's teaching these women to be independent?
Men and women. Mothers and fathers will tell their daughter to be independent.
I think the average woman that's raised in a household that doesn't have a father was taught independence by their mother. And a lot of times you see that in predominantly black households.
But you don't see, like, let's say a young girl who was raised even with both parents. You don't see her dad, you know, stressing to her the importance of independence and, you know, autonomy. Like,
we do, but I just think the average household, the average black household, is not being raised in a 2-parent household.
But he didn't say nothing about black.
But the majority of his congregation is black people. The majority of the people that buy his books are black women. So that's why I said, who is we?
Okay.
Because I want to know, who exactly are you targeting in this statement? Are you targeting black women that's raising black women to be independent?
So do you agree or disagree that black women are raising black women to be men?
No, I don't agree with that. They're raising them to be men? Like, what up, yo? Nah, not at all. No. Now, if you're talking about independence, then that's a different type of...
So let's keep going. Let's keep listening. Let's see what he means by that. Let's keep breaking it down. So we don't agree that we're raising our women to be, our children to be men, our daughters to be men, or whatever he said.
Definitely not men.
Let's go next.
And you are not applauded for your femininity. You are applauded in the contemporary society by how tough, rough, nasty, mean, aggressive, hateful, possessive you are, and you are climbing the corporate ladder, but we are losing our families.
Rough, tough, nasty, mean, aggressive. Dang, all these adjectives are so negative.
Contemporary society are not applauding women for femininity, but they're applauding women for being
rough, tough, mean, nasty, and aggressive.
Really?
Who is applauding women for being rough, tough, mean, nasty, and aggressive? Who's doing that? If you are applauding women for being rough, tough, mean, nasty, and aggressive, show yourselves.
Raise your hand.
Like, show yourselves now.
Tap the screen.
Because all I hear on social media is niggas like, those feminine women is gone, da, 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 da. And all they want is feminine. Like, they don't even know what that means.
They don't
even know what it means, but they want it so bad. So who is applauding rough, tough, mean, nasty, and aggressive?
Nobody.
Who?
Yeah.
Women are not doing that.
Definitely.
Men are not doing that.
Definitely not.
So he says, what was the phrase he used? Contemporary society?
Contemporary society, whatever that means.
What does he even mean? Like, what are, like, sir, TD Jakes, Bishop, what are you even saying? What is contemporary society? And there is not an issue with comprehension here. I understand the word contemporary. I understand the word society. And when you put the two together, I understand that a society can be contemporary. But who is contemporary? Is that corporate America? Is that the inner city? Is that the suburbs? Contemporary? Like, how can a society be contemporary? Let's look up the definition for contemporary. Contemporary is living or occurring at the same time as an adjective, or belonging to or occurring in the present. So that's what he meant. He meant current society.
Okay.
I never knew contemporary in that meaning, to be honest. I always knew it as a noun more so than an adjective.
Mm-hmm. So he's saying that, yeah, I mean, this is what people are praising versus femininity.
So contemporary society, meaning in current society, we are applauding women for being rough, tough, mean, nasty, and aggressive.
And also, are these the same characteristics that describes the men that you're referring to? Because you said that we're being raised to be act like men.
Wow.
So is this also how you describe the male species?
Wow.
That's what I want to know.
Oh my God. That part.
That's a little question. That's a little question.
I don't know what I'm going to click for this. Very good.
Amazing.
What is it?
Amazing.
Amazing. Say it again. Is that what the men in society are?
Amazing.
No, because I mean, that is a point.
Yeah, it's like you're comparing us to men, but then you're using all of these derogatory terms.
Oh, the most
so what
negative.
Do you really feel about men, sir?
Because women are not those things.
Like,
honestly, women are not those things. Women are not okay. Of course, there is extenuating circumstance in every situation, but what was it? Mean,
rough. I don't even know.
Rough, tough, mean, nasty, and aggressive is what it is. Who's rough and tough? Not me. Who's mean, nasty, and aggressive? I can be nasty sometimes.
Can we all? I mean, here's the thing that people don't want to accept about women and men. No man is completely masculine. No woman is completely feminine. There are times where you have to turn it off and on because, for instance, if you're a woman living in this society, let's say you're a single woman.
Contemporary society.
You're a single woman. You don't have a husband. You're family. You're grown. You're not living in your father's household. Like, there are times that you have to turn on your masculine energy to protect yourself because there are. By you being a woman, I'm 5'2". How tall are you?
5'1".
So 5'1" and 5'2".
Yeah, they're predators.
I'm supposed to walk around like
I'm a pretty princess. Yeah.
No, someone is going to take advantage of me, and so you have to use that masculine energy to be able to protect yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just like a man has to be a little bit more feminine. As soon as he have a daughter, he can't be like, nah, get off me. We ain't hugging. That's your daughter. You gonna let her polish your nails. You're gonna let her plan your hair. You're gonna let her do all those things because now you have to tap into your feminine energy in order to be able to relate to your daughter, in order to be able to show love to your daughter. So I don't get that. I don't get that at all. Like, stop it. Just stop it. Like, nobody's walking around like a gorilla. Like,
mean, rough, tough, nasty, and aggressive. Go on. Go on.
I know you can buy your own car. I know you can buy your own house. But until you create a need that I can pour into, I have no place in your life.
I know you can buy your own car. I know you can buy your own house. But until you have a need that I can pour into, whatever. So that's your take. But I have a male perspective on this.
So first, let me just talk about buying your own home and what did he say? Buy your own home,
house and car.
I thought that these were basic things that people have. People have cars and people have homes. Maybe they don't have homes, but maybe they have apartments. I thought that these were basic necessities for men and women. So when you say that basically like a woman is like, did he say like did he say he doesn't care? What did he say?
Until you have a need that I can pour into.
This is my perspective about this, and a lot of people may not agree with me. But society teaches men that if they don't have money, right, that they are not worthy, right? So a lot of times when women are dating men that come to the table with less money or less stuff like houses and cars, they feel intimidated by women who have these things.
But what? Okay, so you said that.
That's just the first part.
Okay, go ahead.
That's just the first part, right? The second part of it is, why do you feel intimidated by a woman who has these things? Because there should be other things that you are offering her. So let's just say you meet a woman, she has all of these things. There's nothing you could do for her that she cannot do for herself. She has a house, she has a great job, she has all of these things. Let's just say she doesn't have the nasty attitude that he's describing, but she has all of these things, and subconsciously you feel that she's not submissive enough, feminine enough, and all of these things, just simply because she has these things and she's successful. Now, you feel you have nothing to offer her. Why? Why do you feel like you have nothing to offer her? Because you can't give her that, but what else can you give her? You could give her a peace of mind. You could give her experiences. You can give her adventurousness. You can give her wisdom. You can give her guidance. You can give her protection. There's so many things that men can offer a woman outside of their financial status. Yes, we know that men, should be providers and all of those things. But what else do you bring to the table? Because if you think that you're gonna meet a successful woman that has all these things and come to the table with your money and you don't have nothing else, that's why she's not going to necessarily be this feminine, whatever the person that they trying to describe, because it's like, I already have the stuff you giving me. What else can you bring to the table? Because they always ask us, what do you bring to the table as a woman besides your, like, you know what I'm saying? But
every time I hear a man ask that, I'm like, if you are a grown man who's into women, like you enjoy women, like you are heterosexual, because there's some gay niggas that like this, but you are a heterosexual man, like you are emotionally and physically and intimately attracted to women, and you think that the only thing that they offer is some side eye. But outside of that, I liked how you said that, what else can a man bring to the table besides finances? But another thing that you said was that men are programmed in contemporary society to believe that if they don't have money, then that they are not worthy.
And who do you think taught men that?
Men.
Exactly.
But what does contemporary society say about women? What do they say that if women doesn't have they are not worthy? What is it? A damn man.
Oh.
That's what they make us feel like.
That's true.
Truly. A man could be 85 years old and rich, and they'll be like, oh, he's just living his best life. A woman could be 85 years old and loaded, filthy, and they're going to say, she
couldn't keep a man.
She can't keep a man. She never had it. Like she
was so successful that she couldn't keep a man.
But a successful man who's 85, like a Hugh Hefner, will never have the the reputation that he can't keep a woman, or that he has women all over him, but he never found one that wanted him for him, or blah 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 blah. The same way that 85-year-old single woman would have, like, even if she has 1,000 little 22-year-old boys all around her, it's always going to be like, look at her having to mess around with these little boys and pay them off because she can't get a man, like. So I think that you said something kind of profound when you were like, if a woman has all of her own things, as far as the necessities, a house, a car, her own money and financial success, that she's not deemed as feminine. It's the same thing when a man don't got no money. He's not really deemed as a masculine man. And I think that men like overcompensate in a lot of ways. Like if they don't have a lot of money, then they're going to come and try to be rough and tough, or they're going to try to be the bad boy. They're going to try to be the womanizer. And it's like, why are all of these stigmas and stereotypes even in place? I had a conversation with a really good friend of mine. Many times we've had this conversation. He's in his mid to late 40s, and he is recently separated / divorced / whatever they got going on. And one of the things that he shares regularly is that he felt that his ex-wife felt that she could do without him.
She could do better.
Not necessarily. I mean, that might be an underlying emotion for him, but I don't know. But she didn't need him, exactly. So literally, like, he was just so like hyper focused on being useful Like, I mean, you could call this man for anything. My car broke down, I'm there. My AC broke, I'm there. Because he just had this like complex, maybe, that he needed to be useful. Mm-hmm. And I don't really have these conversations with men a lot, but I can see women saying that men need to. I hear women saying that men need to have money all the time. But you don't really hear women saying that, you need a guy that will be there for you. Like, if something goes wrong that money can't fix, mm-hmm. Can you be there to support? Can you be like a safe space for that, Mm-hmm. So I think that's very important, but I also think that that's a very feminine role.
Why?
Because contemporary society does that.
To be fair with the conversation, I'm a Libra. I try to be balanced.
You do.
To be fair, I do hear a lot of men say, women who have more successful careers are the hardest to date. I hear men say that all the time. I hear that from my friends. I see it online. I see all of those things. And I don't think that that's not true in certain circumstances, because I think that men forget that they are worthy in other ways, and they don't know that, and they also don't develop those other ways.
Mm-hmm. They don't develop those skills. They only think that I gotta go get a good education, a good job, and make this good money, and then boom, I can get whatever woman I want. But, sir, you're a narcissist. Yeah. Sir, you have no emotional intelligence.
You don't know how to change a tire, and you're a grown-ass man. You have to call AAA. And these are standard things that you're supposed to know how to do as a masculine man, right? So, I think that's what happens, is that you drop the ball in a sense of like developing yourself, and all you do, just like you said, the woman is just focusing on her career, and then the man comes last. You're doing the same thing, and you're not focusing on the totality of who you are and the full scope of who you are as a man. Because I could tell you a lot of women who have men who make great money, they pay all the bills, and they're still not happy with that man, because guess what? He's not emotional enough. I can't talk to him. He doesn't listen. We can't, it's just, all of those things are a part of being a man. And that's why I said you cannot depend so much on your masculine energy. You have to tap into your feminine energy. You have to. It has to be a balance. Like, you have to know when you need to wake that side of you up and listen to your woman. You have to know when it's time to hug your woman, give her a kiss, because for whatever reason, she don't need to say nothing. She just needs you to hug her. You know what I mean? And you have to be able to tap into that intuitive side of you. And a lot of men don't have that. You know what I mean? They're just so used to protecting, providing, and they fall short of all those other things. So when you meet a woman and she's like, I got this going on, I got that going on, and you're just like, well, I mean.
So do you think that women need to tap into their masculine energy at times too? In a relationship, do women need to tap into their masculine energy?
I honestly think it depends on the man that she's with.
So men always need to tap into their feminine energy in a relationship, but women do not always need to tap into their masculine.
Like I said, you have to know when you need to have it. Everybody has both, mm-hmm. and you need to know when to bring it to the table, because a woman can't. If you let me tell you something. Everybody say they want a masculine man, they want an alpha man, but when you actually get an alpha man, it's nothing like what you think. A lot of us.
What do you call an alpha man? What is an alpha man to you?
Oh my God, an alpha man. His energy is very strong. A lot of times when you're in a presence of an alpha man, it's not gonna be no back and forth type of no.
Is an alpha man kind of low key a little bit scary?
No, that's
you feel safe.
That's a toxic man.
You feel safe or you feel scared with an alpha man?
No, you feel safe. That's
Okay.
a toxic man you talking about.
Okay.
That's toxic masculinity.
Okay. Woo, child.
The
Okay.
alpha man, they just have an energy about them. They know who they are. They know where they're going. They don't need you to tell them, you need to do this. Because they grown. And they know exactly what they're doing. Like, they don't need you to mommy them and baby them. They don't need that. They know what they're doing.
These niggas be grown ass baby ass men, like baby a whole adults and not grown. And I'm not saying I'm the most mature like grown ass woman either, but these niggas be 40 and not grown.
Yeah.
These niggas be 48 and not grown.
But that's why I said sometimes the woman, see, you asking for all this femininity, but your personality doesn't require that. Your personality requires her to be masculine because you
I went on a first and last date with a 40, was he 46? I don't remember how old he was. I think he was 46. Either 46 or 44, whatever, year old man. Literally, and I cannot make this up, the entire time over dinner, what he talked about is his college experience. When I was in college, I was the man. I played ball. I was da-da-da-da. We used to go to, I went to this school. We used to go to the school, nearby and get all their girls. I'm like, you are a 46-year-old man talking about what you used to do when you were 19? And that is the highlight of your life? Like, I don't know what the highlight of your life is, but that's all you can talk about over dinner? Like, neither of us are 19, so why are we even, like, for 2 hours, he talked about college. And not even about college, like, not even his experience or what he learned and how it, turned him into the person he is, but how he was the man and how he got all the college girls,
That's crazy.
It's weird. So
That's very weird.
So I say that to say this, I could have all the money in the world and still not be an alpha man.
Some of y'all need. See, y'all be saying, oh, she too masculine. She want to tell me what. But some of y'all need that because y'all act like y'all need somebody looking over your shoulder, telling, and no woman, trust me, no woman wants to do that. But it's like she almost overcompensates. Like, that's when she had to step outside her femininity because you're just not standing on your own too. Like, if you were standing on your own too, there's no reason a woman would be nagging you and
trying to step up to your plate.
She wouldn't. She just wouldn't.
Figuring things out, being the problem solver of the relationship.
Oh my God.
There's no reason why a woman needs to be the one solving problems unless you are incapable of making sound decision.
Yes.
I'ma sip my tea on that.
Yeah. And like I said, everybody, but, I'm fair. So I'm going to be like, yeah, a lot of women say that they want an alpha man, but a lot of women can't handle it because I'm telling you, when that alpha energy come at you, you're going to have to fall your ass back. Like, it's not going to be I'm good. No, I got it. That's how it's going to be. It's going to be, I got it. Because usually alpha men, they are super ahead of you. Like, they already thought this through. They already know what they're doing, and they don't need you to be playing mommy.
Or to be giving your 2 cents.
Your little 2 cents.
But, so, in a relationship with an alpha man, your perspective or your opinion is not valued?
No, that's what I said. You're talking about a toxic man.
Okay. Okay.
You're talking about a toxic man. Now, an alpha man...
They're making decisions, but they take you and what you know and what you like. They know you, so they're taking you and what you like and what you want and what your whole the totality of you. They take that into perspective before they make their decision. So when they come complete. I thought about you, me, you, us, them, the kids, the situation. I thought all this through, and that's what we doing.
Right, and this is why we doing it. So you understand, you're not just walking you're not just walking blindly. You know what I mean? He's gonna be like, look, like, I think that this is the best move for us to make. Blah 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 blah, and this is why. He ain't just gonna be like, oh no, We going.
We
there.
going.
No, he's not gonna. Do
And we
that.
going tomorrow.
Yeah, he's not gonna do that. That's toxic.
Yeah.
That's toxic.
Yeah.
He's not gonna do that. He's not gonna be like, oh, we up and moving to Alaska. Like, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know no damn body in Alaska.
I don't know how to fish. I'm cold. I don't got a coat.
Yeah. That's not an alphabet. That's toxic.
That's toxic.
Yeah.
And stupid.
That's toxic. So
That's stupid.
yeah, but TDJ.
Let's see if there's an end.
So stop coming home bragging to me about how much you don't need me and wonder why I shy away.
That at the end, I think that's fair.
Yeah, bragging.
That I think it's fair.
That I don't need you.
Women, I don't care what you got. You can have a house, a car, a job, $1 million, the winning lotto numbers, the table, the chairs, the furniture, all of that. Mm-hmm. You don't gotta. First of all, when a man comes to you and is dealing with you on a personal, emotional, intimate level, he's gonna see. He's gonna be like. He's gonna come to your house. He's gonna know you have a house. He's gonna see your car. He's gonna know you have a car. He's gonna see you get ready for work. He's gonna know you have a job. He's gonna, he's going to know these things, mm-hmm. and all of those reasons are why he likes you. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to be like, I got my own house. I don't gotta. Right. I got my own car. I don't gotta.
He likes that you're self-sufficient,
but he doesn't need you to. And then you would think that a self-sufficient woman would have a self-sufficient man. And you saying that you have a car is not a flex. Like, we all.
You should have a car. Unless you live in, like, somewhere like New York.
Right.
Like, everybody takes public transportation. Like, I mean, you should have a car. I'm sorry.
But, like, come on. Like, I got a car. Yeah. My 16-year-old son has a car. So,
yeah, yes. I completely agree with all of that. And yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna be too hard on the men. I don't know. I guess we went hard, but I get that.
I think we went hard on the women too. All of us need to get it together. We are a flawed generation. This generation, we don't know what the hell going on. I think that we just have so much information being thrown at us, and then I hope that the generation after us, like the Generation Z, Gen Zs, they grew up with all of this information constantly being thrown at them. So they're hopefully able to kind of decipher and differentiate between fact and fiction. But I feel like millennials, we started the first half of our lives with like, la 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 la, and then boom, we got social media and streaming and YouTube
Kevin
and
Samuels and
access to the opinions of so many people who don't matter. Like, I have access. You guys are listening to our opinion right now. Access to the opinions of so many people and so many different perspectives, and everyone has their own point of view because everyone has their own experiences. Yeah. So when you are living in your own truth and now you're taking the consideration of someone else's perspective that has a completely different experience, a completely different perspective as you do, and you're taking it as truth, it becomes kind of hit or miss. So I hope that our generation afterwards is a little bit better to decipher, what is real, who's real, who's not. That song?
I think Generation Z is not going to have any of these standards. I think Generation Z is going to be like, if I'm washing the dishes, you washing the dishes. If I make this amount of money, you make this amount of money. If you don't make that amount of money, then you need to be washing the dishes and cooking. Like, I feel like
we're the millennials are we're not quite the generation before where where there were like strict gender roles, and we're not quite the generation afterwards where everything is just very equal, and what is the word that you inclusive, Yeah. I think we're in that space. It's like we remember being a kid and remembering gender roles, and then we're kind of like evolving into adulthood where it's not us, and we just don't know what the hell's going on. So God bless the millennials.
I think the best type of man for a successful woman is a man that is going to stand back and applaud her.
You know what? I love that.
Like, stop trying to hold her back. Just push her. Keep pushing her.
And you can always, And this is an analogy for a man bringing money to the table. It's easy to lead the horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Mm-hmm. It's easy to give someone a fish, but it's better to teach them how to fish. Mm-hmm. So women who are looking to date successful men, or successful men or men who are dating successful women, teach them something that they don't know. Like, literally, I have had experiences of men giving me things, but what hits different is a man teaching me something.
Yep.
That hit different.
My man is
teaching me something that I can go use for myself.
Yeah.
And like use it to do my own thing. Like that hit different.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, and that's what exactly the point that I was making in the beginning. It's just that you have so much more to offer. So although you were raised to think that, you have to, the only quality that you need to have is to be a protector and a provider, they lied to you. Because if you look at so many grandmas that was at home miserable as hell because their husband was a protector and a provider, and they didn't help out with the kids, and grandma was doing everything, and see how happy she was. Like, so it's just like women need way more than that. And you're way more than that. Like, value yourself more.
Yes.
And the last thing I'll say is one thing my significant other said to me a couple times is that a lot of men don't take the time to help a woman grow. You're too focused on getting her in bed, that when you do see these flaws or something that you consider a flaw, or somewhere, an area in her life that you feel like you can help her to grow, instead you're just walking away. And so you're just going to be just as single as we are. Like, y'all be like, oh, you're going to be single. Well, you're going to be single too, because you're not taking that time to help her grow and to develop her. And a lot of men will say, well, that's not my job. Well, guess what? You're going to be just as single as the rest of these single, successful women. So have a nice day. Bye.